And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. And we are live and coming to you live tonight from the beautiful Olympia Ice Center. A change of scenery for us. We are now in Rink 2 tonight as Western New England has a game. Tonight it is Pope Francis and the Pope Francis Tournament, the #1 ranked team in the state. The defending state champions are on the ice exclusively on Pope Prep, as tonight they take on Northwest Catholic. Hello, everyone, I'm AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Pope Francis Cardinals, bringing you this live and exclusive action right here on Pope Prep. No matter where you are and however you may be listening tonight, we thank you for tuning in. A reminder to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and unique content anywhere on the high school sports scene. So we are very glad to have you with us. Tonight, it is Pope Francis. They've got a big task ahead, trying to win their own tournament. Before this game, we saw Fairfield Prep, and let me tell you, they looked pretty good. So if the Cardinals were able to hang on tonight against this Northwest Catholic team, they've got their hands full tomorrow against the visiting Fairfield Prep. Tonight, we have a big night. It's going to be Pope Francis hockey. Friday night lights here, Olympia Ice Center. Moments we live for like tonight. Coming up, it's the Pope Francis Cardinals and Northwest Catholic. They will do battle in approximately 5 minutes. Pre-game show continues next. Gentlemen, Cardinal pregame continuing here, Olympia Ice Center, Rink 2 tonight, the site of the Pope Francis Tournament, as we got the Cardinals and Northwest Catholic. This Pope Francis team has done quite the turnaround. I mean, around Martin Luther King Day, they lost to Reading on home ice. It seemed like all hope had been lost for the season, but then eventually, this team has done a complete 180, specifically with wins over the Archbishop Williams team and the not the Reading Rockets, boy, oh boy, the Hingham Harbormen. They actually went into Hingham and beat them for the first time in what feels like forever. I believe it was 5 years. For the first time in 5 years, Hingham lost on their home ice. It doesn't happen. But this Pope team went there and did that. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a 2-team race for the state title with St. John's Prep and Pope Francis. St. John's Prep, a familiar foe. Lots of fun tonight here on Pope Prep Productions. Coming to you live next, we've got a big game. It's Pope Francis and Northwest Catholic. Pre-game announcements and national anthem are coming up live. You have been watching the Pope Prep the Pope Prep pregame report. Coming up, big game tonight. Friday night hockey on Pope Prep. All right, folks, we are just about set and ready to begin tonight. Olympia Ice Center, Rink 2, Northwest Catholic Pope Francis tournament coming in tonight. Northwest Catholic lining up on the red line closest to the camera. And for Pope Francis tonight, they will be lining up on the farthest end of the camera. And now we will set it down to the ice level for our pregame announcements and national anthem. All right, folks, it is officially time to begin. Pope Francis is going to work from right to left, Northwest Catholic from left to right. Tonight, we've got a goalie change. It's going to be R.J. Cormier in net for the Redbirds. Senior netminder getting his first career start on the Varsity A level. Big night for R.J. and the opportunity to advance to tomorrow if they're able to win today. If they don't, they will head home and be one and done. They will actually play in the runner-up game at 10:30 tomorrow. If they win, it'll be at 12:30. Puck drop tomorrow for Pope Francis back in Rink 1. Zachary Buffoni, Max Monroe, the starting defenseman, with Mike McGrath, Moss Carney, and Matty Regan, our forwards, to start us out. Northwest Catholic lurking from left to right. Pope right to left. Rink 2, it definitely does get packed. Nonetheless, that's the case on this Friday night. Pope Francis, their tournament, trying to show the team why. Here we go. Cardinals, Northwest Catholic, Pope Francis, Cardinal Nation. It is time to fly. And we do with Matty Regan winning a face-off back cleanly to Zachary Buffoni. Here's Zig shuffling it over Monroe. Max Monroe with a nice shake and bake. He'll try to find Matt Regan coming up on transition, but Moss Carney will help him out. Cardinals trying to start fast tonight. Zachary Buffoni coming in with the poke check. Puck gets burrowed into the corner. Cardinals going to look for it. Northwest Catholic in a battle for that puck. Matt Regan trying to get in there as well. Regan still just trying to dig for that puck. It's stuck up in there in the corner. Little mini battle for it, and Northwest Catholic will come away with it. So Northwest trying to play upset special tonight here on Friday night in the Cardinals home dojo. But as we've seen this year before, it has been tough business coming in here. McGrath trying to center one out in front to Moss Carney to start the night out, but it is to no avail as Northwest Catholic will now take it the other way. Northwest with space and steam coming up the left side. They've got it here, looking around, but eventually they run into the brick wall of Max Monroe. Cardinals still try to get there. It's Zachary Buffoni. Here's Zig, moving it up, trying to maybe find a pass in the skates, but Matt Reagan will just have to go looking for it. Northwest Catholic looking around now. They've got space and steam. Trying to work it up ice. 15:54, opening period of play. Zachary Buffoni going chasing, having a nice workman-like shift here for these Cardinals. He did the splits on the way down there. Cardinals looking for it, and eventually we've got a cover-up and a whistle. 15:45 to go in the opening period. Reminder, folks, we've got a jam-packed schedule tomorrow. So we will be here live with the Pope Francis game. It'll either be a 10:30 or 12:30 puck drop, depending on the result we get in here. And then we will move on to boys basketball. So it'll be overtime for me. Boys basketball senior night, senior afternoon. We will be there, so they'll take on the Marblehead Magicians, a familiar foe. So make sure you stay tuned to Pope Prep Productions. We've got you covered for both of those star-studded games tomorrow as the Cardinals will try to take it up here. They'll rely on El Capitan, Jake Petrin. Petrin tried to center one out in front. He was looking for Liam Dolan. Dolan will just try to burrow it over to the corner. Petrin trying to make a play. Here's Petey. Petey looking around, trying to maybe find an outlet. He'll just take it around, try to bounce it off the net. That'll send Nick Pekovic over into the corner. Petch will find Dolan. Dolan with the shake and bake, tried to center one out in front into the low slot for Petey, but it was, again, to no avail. Northwest Catholic trying to get it out of their own zone, trying to get a transition up ice. They've got it at center ice now, looking in. Not before Jake Jarrell and Thayer are going to give them a run for their money. Mason Thayer has it here for Pope Francis. First-year varsity member. He has been a unit back there on the defensive side. Mateo in the corner looking for the puck. Nice workman-like shift for him. Bryce Russ trying to get there as well, making a transition this year, going from defense to forward. He'll find a fire and a shot here, and it's a blocker save by Northwest Catholic. So Northwest trying to play upset special tonight, and the way they're going to have to do that is playing good defense. You're going to need a good effort out of their netminder tonight as Nick Burns will try to go look for it. It centers one out in front. Russ with the shot, and we have a whistle with the net being dislodged. So the Burns-Mateo-Russ line continues to wreak havoc. Mateo looking around, trying to make a play here. Russ trying to help out as well. Apologize about that, folks. Talking to an Olympia Ice Center staffer as the Cardinals try to lay a big hit, and they do it. It's Nick Burns. Cardinals got to get back on the defensive side, though. Northwest Catholic trying to make a play the other way, but they eventually run out of space. A good workman-like shift for Nick Burns, letting the bodies hit the floor and trying to put some pucks on net. That Burns-Russ line is just a great combination. It was a good job by Coach Fenton to get that one going. As Mike McGrath now will try to lay the body. He does. Cardinals coming out hitting tonight. Northwest Catholic are going to take it back and around now, looking for any type of outlet they can get with 13:35 to go in the opening period. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back as well. Northwest Catholic trying to fire on a shot, but R.J. Cormier was there in the way to make Northwest Catholic pay. That's a tongue twister. Northwest, though, getting it back, playing the Cardinals tough here in this opening period, making them work for everything they're getting. Moss Carney trying to make a play, but Max Monroe will try to help him out. Monroe trying to flip it up, looking for Mike McGrath. Going into a corner with Mike McGrath. Scary proposition as he fires a shot. Yanks off the glass. Monroe will chip it down now, looking for Matty Reagan. Matt looking. Back to McGrath it goes. McGrath trying to center one out in front, but it goes back here to Max Monroe. Monroe will chip it in to Mike McGrath. McGrath's got it. McGrath looking around, trying to center one out in front. He was looking for Moss Carney. Moss trying to take it in. Little turnover battle right now. Northwest just trying to get it out of their own zone. Looks like they'll be able to. High-flying first period thus far. Glad you can join us. Like this content, subscribe to our channel. You won't regret it. Big hit from Petey, but look out here. Northwest Catholic trying to fire on a shot. But R.J. Cormier up to the task this far in this opening period, and he makes a big save. Cardinals looking for something on the defensive side. Another save from RJ. RJ again getting his first ever varsity start with these Cardinals. A moment he has dreamed about. It's coming to fruition tonight. Northwest Catholic looking around now. Trying to lay the body is Dolan. Petch will help him out. Here's Nick Petch centering it out in front. PD could not hit the net. Good opportunity for El Capitan, but no cash in. Rolls back to the point. Jake Jarrell, one of the best defensemen in the state, trying to fire on a shot. Save, rebound, they score. It's El Capitan. It's Jake Petrin putting it in for Pope. 1-0 for Pope Francis, thanks to Jake Petrin. Again, Jarrell from the point. Jake Petrin with the cash in. Money in the bank for Pope Francis. It's a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. Jake Petrin getting it done for Pope Francis. 1-0 lead for the Redbirds. Again, talking to many sources before this game, Cardinals did expect that they were going to be able to win this game. And now it is 1-0 for Pope. Ball is officially in their court. Cardinals trying to get it here, trying to make a type of play. Jarrell will try to provide assistance with Orzelak. Here's Joe Orzelak, the sophomore. Joe looking back to the point. He's got a man. It's Thayer. Thayer kicking it back, trying to find Orzelak. Wolfgang Zinger. Orzelak in the high slot area, still trying to get going. Cardinals looking for the rebound. Northwest Catholic, they just have to clear. Trying to get anything going they can. Player lost a stick. Orzelak still going to try to keep going. Stick handling, a little shake and bake here from Joe. Lots of potential for him as a young sophomore. Feeds it back to Jarrell. Jarrell on over to Thayer. Thayer trying to go on the floor on the board, but eventually it deflects just to the right of the net. Cardinals still trying to get going now. It's Thayer trying to wrap it around the boards. Orzelak will try to give some help, and Northwest Catholic will eventually hold it in and try to work it up the ice. Little puck battle for this one. Troy Hamlin trying to get in there, along with some other Cardinals. Mateo using the body, trying to make a play. Move around it. Oh, big hit from Nick Burns. Oh, my gracious. Oh, my goodness. Burns with the hit. It goes right through the glass. I have never seen that before in my life. Wow. Nick Burns with a play that he'll remember for the rest of his life. Man, that hit was so good, it went right through the door. Luckily, there was a fan right here that got tripped, and I mean, that was craziness from Nick Burns, just showing you how hard he hits. Burns having himself a night thus far in this opening period. Cardinals trying to get there, trying to make the play. Mateo looking around, bumping it around the boards. Burns trying to get there. Maybe try to use the body again. He will, but it's to no avail. Cardinals will get there. Mateo looking for it. Hard-working shift from this line again. Mateo back to the point. Dylan Shea, the junior, bumping it back. Russ trying to center one out in front. Burns trying to fire in a shot. Goes to the left of the net. Cardinals, this third line, still trying to get going now, and it'll eventually head back, and Mateo will make the play just to dump it in and get fresh legs onto the ice. Great shift for Pope Francis. Forecheck getting going thus far here early on in this one. Shea trying to take it a turnover. Moss Carney will try to take it the other way. Mosho trying to leave it back for Mike McGrath, but the pass is picked off. Cardinals now are going to need some defense. Northwest Catholic going to try to tie it up. Trying to go right through the defense. Trying to go top shelf with a backhand, and it eventually heads over the net. Good opportunity for Northwest, but no cash in once more. Moss Carney gets taken down on the ice. So these two teams getting a little bit chippy. Hockey getting physical. That's what we like to see. Cardinals looking forward at center ice. Matt Reagan had a hard time getting there. Northwest trying to fire on a shot. Save made from RJ. Cardinals looking for defense. Mason Gautreau trying to get back there, and the Cardinals will still try to look around here. McGrath, nice play. Matt Reagan. Reagan looking around, trying to make a play, but eventually it's going to be a save from RJ. Northwest Catholic still trying to fire on a shot. That one was blocked by Moss Carney. He went down. Nice effort from him. Northwest still with possession here, trying to get a center one out in front, maybe. RJ Cormier getting there along with Dylan Shea. Shea taking two Northwest Catholic players on his back, wearing them like backpacks. Moss Carney just trying to siphon it out of his own zone. He feeds it up. It's Matty Reagan. Matt Reagan had that game-winning goal against the Archies. McGrath leaving it off. Matt trying to center one out in front, trying to put it in, and eventually he can't. Dolan and McGrath trying to get going. McGrath finds his man. It's Matt Reagan. Matt looking back to the point. Zachary Buffoni. Zig. Oh, nice shake and bake. Broke those ankles right in half. Cardinals looking for it now. It's McGrath. McGrath has it. Spinorama trying to go between a little toe drag swag there, but eventually real estate ran out for him. And Max Monroe will try to make a play here at the point. Going back. This defensive pairing, I like it a lot. Let me tell you. I mean, putting Ziggy and Jarrell out there is a lot of strength, but let me tell you, what you need in hockey is balance. And giving Monroe and Buffoni together, it's a lot of balance to this Cardinal team. Cardinals looking for it. Petch sends a man down. Petch trying to go toe drag, swag, shake and bake. Just lost it in his skates there a little bit. Nice move from Petch, but nonetheless can't put a shot on net. Petey will try to help him out. Dolan on the ice, Petey and Petch as well. Petch gets taken down. Petey has the puck. He'll move it back to the point. It's Zachary Buffoni. Ziggy trying to fire on a shot. That one heads to the right of the net. Cardinals still trying to get going. It's Petch. Petch looking, gets taken down into the glass, and now Northwest Catholic will try to take it the other way. Fans, big week on Pope Prep. Big weekend continues, as tomorrow we'll be back here. If this result were to hold, we'd be back here at 12:30 for the Cardinal championship game. So we'd see about that. 7:56 to go. Opening period. Joe Warzalek trying to get going now. In case you're just joining us, 1-0 the score. Jake Petrin got the scoring started for us tonight with the assist from Jake Jarrell. Cardinals now got to get back. Zachary Buffoni tried to make a play, but there was no play to be made as the puck went just before him. It went around the boards. Jarrell has it for Pope. Around center ice, he finds a man. It's Wolfgang Zinger. Over to Hamlin it goes. Nice passing from the two of them. Hamlin looking around, back to Zinger. Here's Wolfgang. Wolfie looking around, trying to use a skate, trying to feed it to his other sophomore partner there, Warzalek. Here's Joe. Joe Warzalek back around. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get there. Nice puck movement here from the Redbirds. Starrell trying to fire on a shot. Heads to the left of the net. Cardinals still trying to get there. Mason Thayer will try to help out, but eventually Northwest Catholic will just hold it in. Northwest trying to maybe move it around center ice. They've got it here. Trying to tie the game up on this shot, but it's blocked by Thayer. Jarrell will hold it back in his own end and look high above the ice, but eventually he can't find anything, so he'll defer to Thayer. As Mason Thayer has it now, crossing over his own blue line. Maybe he'll try to get to center ice. He'll just deflect it back to Jarrell. He catches it with one hand. It's Jake Jarrell. Jarrell stopping on a dime. He'll go back to the point, again looking for an outlet. I think he tried to find Russ, but it was a nice back check from Northwest Catholic. Cardinals get it here. It's Burns. Nick trying to center one out in front. Save made by Northwest Catholic. Nick Burns having himself a first period. He has been all over the stat sheet, to say the very least, and the hits have just been paramount from him. Dylan Shea trying to get there. Jake Jarrell will help out. Jarrell holding it back in. 6:19 to go in this opening period. We are flying along tonight on Pro Prep. We got a little bit of a late start tonight due to the Fairfield Prep game running a bit long. And the winner of this game will take on said Fairfield Prep. They had a nice win over Hendricken by a score of 5-4. Jarnsey has it here. Not for long, though. He tried to get going, but eventually lost it. McGrath trying to get there, too. It goes over. Here's Matty Regan. Matt Regan leaving it back. Moss Carney trying to fire on a shot. Blocker save made by Northwest Catholic. Puck pinballs around the ice. Back to the point. It goes to Shea. Shea with the ripper from the point. And it was a save made by Northwest Catholic. Cardinals tried to find Wade Wegerson at the point. That was Moss Carney. Pass deflected a little bit. And around center ice, the Cardinals will have to recycle, but they eventually lose it. And Northwest Catholic will try to take it the other way. Both these teams coming out physical. Cardinals thus far have had the edge in the play. Moss Carney right under us, trying to make a play on that puck. Mike McGrath looking for it too. McGrath trying to use a stick a little bit to help out. McGrath could have got called for tripping. He doesn't. McGrath has it here. Moving it back to the point to Wegerson. Wegerson leaving it off. Nice tape-to-tape pass. Moss. Moss trying to fire on a shot. A block from Northwest Catholic. And that player appears to be a little bit shaken up. He's going to need a minute on the bench. Only imagine what that shot feels like. Right into the lower body area. So we got a whistle here. Icing going to be called. 5:05 to go in the opening period. Rink 2 tonight, not the normal Rink 1. Western New England does have a game, so. The Pope Prep Productions team was sure to be here early tonight to make sure they could set up everything. It appears that the Picks do some broadcasting over here too, so glad we could kind of use their space and make a play here and give you guys the best hockey coverage in Western Mass. Max Monroe has it. Max Monroe looking at the point, trying to center one out in front. It was blocked. I believe that was Dolan who got in there. Zachary Buffoni now going to look for it. Goes to Dolan. Here's Liam trying to find the puck in his skates. And eventually it's Northwest Catholic trying to do something. Cardinals coming out hitting. Big time hits. I mean, specifically that Nick Burns play. I mean, that was just absolutely incredible. I didn't expect it. Petrin has it. Petey will center one out in front, trying to find Liam Dolan. He gets the shot on net, but again, no avail as Northwest Catholic come up with the save. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back here. Look out, Petrin took a dive. As you know, Ziggy back there, it's like an insurance policy. I mean, makes so many plays for these Redbirds on the back ends. Max Monroe just trying to center one up in front. Here come the Cardinals on offense. Liam Dolan in transition with Petey. Petey trying to fire in a shot. That one misses the net. Tried to go glove side, but he couldn't find the net. Petey behind the net, trying to center one out in front. Jersey scores all day long. That is a dynamic duo, to say the very least. Jake Durrell puts it in. It's another one for him, leading his team in goals. Jersey getting it done. Offensive defenseman, that's what I think. 2-0 for Pope Francis. Jake Jarrell adding on to his team leader in goals. Bada bing, bada boo. It's money in the bank again. I mean, Petrin and Jarrell, the two Jakes, are going crazy thus far here in this opening period. Both helping out each other. Both with a goal and an assist apiece. And right now, it's a 2-0 lead. Cardinals in command here early on. Highlight of the night. I mean, no discredit to Jarrell or Petrin, but that Nick Burns hit, I really did not even expect that to happen, and it eventually did, and that was just unreal to see, to say the very least. Jarrell looking forward. 3:42 to go in the opening period. R.J. Cormier in net, in case you're just joining us. Nick Ritchie getting the night off. Cardinals looking for it. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get in there. Here's Hamlin. Hamlin back around. Finds Zinger. Wolfgang moving it up the boards to Orzelak. Joe Orzelak has it. Joe around the boards again. Cardinals still trying to get going here. Northwest Catholic trying to get it in the boards. Wolfgang Zinger trying to apply a little bit of a forecheck here. Going crazy here as Wolfgang looking for it. Cardinals still trying to get there, trying to win that little battle. Wolfgang still looking for it. Finally, he comes away with the puck. Wolfgang tried to leave it off for Troy, but eventually it goes through everyone's skates, and Northwest Catholic will try to take it the other way. Not before the Cardinals are quickly there to provide a little bit of a back check, as Jake Jarrell will get there on the back ends. Here's Jarnsey. Jake Jarrell with one of the goals tonight. Jake Petrin the other. Jarrell looking, trying to center one out in front for Mateo, and eventually he couldn't put it in. Jarrell still trying to get going. He fires on a shot, and the save is made. 2:43 to go in the opening period. Not before we get a little bit of a extra conversation here from Mateo and one of the players for Northwest Catholic. Winter sports stretch run is officially here. As we get toward these Cardinal tournaments, it's going to be a fun stretch run, to say the very least. I mean, last year was just impeccable with all the crazy endings, the overtimes, even that TD Garden game coming down to the final seconds. I mean, that was picture perfect. But this year, we could have one more chapter to write for these seniors in the class of 2024, me being one of them. Burns trying to make a play here. 2:25 to go. Opening period. Burns trying to provide a little bit of a grindy forecheck type player. Burns having a great first period thus far. I mean, we've said that about 5 times, and let me tell you, it reigns supreme. Cardinals looking for D. Shea gets there. Cardinals trying to work it up out of their own zone. Northwest Catholic taking it in with it without any hesitation. Northwest looking around. Goes back here. It's Mateo. Mateo trying to make a play around center ice. Approaching the final stages of this opening period. And coming up again, we've got the first intermission report. We'll break it down for you here live, a little bit above the ice. We'll talk about what we saw in this opening period. I mean, that Burns hit, we're going to relive that for a long time to come. That'll be coming up. First intermission report, looking forward to the rest of this game and looking forward to our schedule tomorrow. Big one. Big weekend. Got me working overtime this weekend. Lots of community service hours, to say the very least, for me. As the Cardinals will try to get it out of their own end. Matt Reagan trying to get there. Puck squirms up into the air. Moss Carney will get the help from Matt. Matt gets sandwiched into the boards. Matt looking for it, trying to make a play here. That one will take a weird yank off the glass. Zachary Buffoni from the point will hoist it in. Matt Reagan trying to get there too. Matt looking around, trying to create space. Goes back to the point. Zachary Buffoni has it again. Will lob it around the boards. McGrath, some Regan. Matt Regan trying to fire on a backhand, but that one heads high above the net. Cardinals, excellent first period thus far. RJ has made the saves he has had to make. And thus far, this first period has been a tremendous success. Big time hit for Pope Francis. 40 seconds to go now in the opening period. One last rush here for Pope. Max Monroe has it. Monroe back to McGrath. McGrath's shot. That one goes off the blocker, and it deflects out of play. Another shot on net nonetheless. And the clock stops at 33 seconds to go in the opening period. Face-off coming in for Pope Francis. Northwest Catholic, far dot. Nick Petch trying to fire on a shot here. It's taken down. Northwest Catholic will have an opportunity with 24 seconds to go to get a shot on net here maybe. They'll try to fire on a shot. Goes to the left of the net. No shot on goal nonetheless. Jake Petrin looking for it now. Liam Dolan trying to get going here. Jarrell will try to help him out. Less than 10 seconds to go. One last opportunity for Northwest Catholic. Pad save is made by RJ. He is having himself a night thus far in this opening period. Coming up. Well, hold on here a second. Northwest Catholic, they're going to try an interesting move here. They're going to pull their goalie. They're going to try to get an extra attacker here on the ice with 5 seconds to go in the period. A little bit of strategy tonight from the visitors. Face-off coming in. Trying to fire on a shot. Goes to the right of the net. And that will put a wrap up on it. In this opening period, the Cardinals head into the break up by a score of 2-0. And coming up, we have the first intermission report live exclusively on Pope Prep. Champions play here. That was a fun first period for Pope Francis. Lots of highlights. And coming up, we've got the first intermission report exclusively on Pope Prep because this is where the champions play. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Pope Prep intermission report. First period comes to a close with a 2-0 Cardinal lead. That first period was domination from Pope Francis. I mean, the highlight, don't get me wrong, Jarrell and Petrin having great first periods, both finding each other in sync with a goal and an assist apiece. But let me tell you, the highlight of that first period, and maybe the highlight of the season, was Nick Burns with that crushing hit that actually went through the glass where the players walk on. I mean, I don't think the gate was properly locked. That was probably part of the problem. But let me tell you, that's one of the biggest hits I have ever seen in high school hockey. I mean, the kid literally went right through the glass. And luckily, there was a fan right sitting, right next to the glass. He was okay. He got up. He was fine. I mean, he went down, too. So it was really Nick Burns taking out two people, not just one. So that was definitely a highlight to see. Pope Francis, though, love the forecheck thus far. Players working hard, especially that line of Russ, Mateo, and Burns. I mean, we've pointed it out to you tonight. Those three have just been outstanding for Pope Francis, just what they need. A good, physical, grindy, forechecking line. That's what's going to help them down the stretch run here in the MIAA as we inch closer to the postseason. With that being said, the stretch run is officially here. Pope Francis hockey, lots of fun. It's going to be an incredible ending that we are going to have for you here on Pope Prep with all of our sports. And tomorrow, specifically, Winter Sports Stretch Run continues as we will be live with Olympia Ice Center hockey again, 12:30 puck drop. Presumably, if the Cardinals are able to hang on and win this game, there will be a 12:30 puck drop. If not, it's going to be a 10:30, so we will be here live regardless of the outcome tomorrow. And then we will transform over to boys senior night. Familiar foe, Marblehead Magicians, who knocked them out in the state tournament last year. we will have that game for you as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Winter Sports Stretch Run is here. And with that being said, we've got a 2-0 Cardinal lead. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Intermission Report continues next. You've been watching the Pope Prep Intermission Report, which continues right after this. All right, we are just about set to begin the second period. Zamboni is done. Cardinals are making their way out of the tunnel right now. Here they come back onto the ice. R.J. Cormier leading the charge as the Redbirds come back out onto the ice, led by their captain, Zachary Buffoni and R.J. Cormier. Waiting for everyone else. Teams will switch sides in this period. Pope's going to work from left to right. Northwest Catholic, they'll be coming out of the locker room momentarily. Almost set to come out, they are. You see them walking up the tunnel now. Not sure what they're doing, but taking a little bit of a while, and that'll give the Cardinals extra time to prepare in this second period. Big period coming in. Cardinals can put some dagger shots at a Northwest Catholic if they can play a good second period. As Northwest Catholic make their way back onto the ice. Just about ready to begin the second. Glad you can be with us. AJ Gonzalez here. Olympia Ice Center Rink 2, the host tonight for us. Cardinals from left to right, Northwest Catholic right to left. Northwest Catholic still just trying to make their way back onto the ice. Appears to us that the officials are ready to go for this game. For this second period and continue as it's a 2-0 lead for Pope. Goals from Petrin and Jarrell. The two captains getting it done right for Pope. Jarrell from the point this year, I mean, it has just been a terrifying thing to think about for the opposition this year. He has just been absolutely stout. I mean, putting pucks on net. He's become the Grim Reaper of these Cardinals. Anytime you see him from the point, it's terrifying. We are set and ready to begin the second period here on Pope Prep. Matt Reagan, Mike McGrath, and Moss Carney starting it out with Jarrell and Thayer on the back ends as we are here and ready to go. Second period starting up now on Pope Prep. Cardinals are going to try to get something going here early on. Looking for the puck with Thayer there. Kicks back to Jake Jarrell. Jarnsey moving it in to Mike McGrath. McGrath looking for something. Oh, he almost got hit into his own bench. Oh, that was awfully close. You saw McGrath with the skates up in the air. Man, oh man, he almost got rocked into his own bench. The hits have been big tonight from both sides. Northwest Catholic trying to get back on the scoreboard, though. Not so much the hit column as the Cardinals have a break-up ice. It's Moss Carney. Moss looking around, and eventually he runs out of real estate as the net becomes dislodged. A Northwest Catholic player actually fell into his own net. So we'll get a whistle and a stoppage with 16:18 to go in this second period. Face-off coming in here for Pope. Petch line on the ice. Number one line for Pope Francis. Cardinals looking for it. Goes back to the point. Shea having a hard time handling things at the point, though. Moving them around nicely are the Cardinals. Dolan takes a tumble right onto the ice. And let me tell you, these Cardinals coming out strong here in this second period, trying to get something going. Petch looking for it. Bumps around to Dolan. Here's Liam. Liam Dolan looking. Shea. Dylan Shea. Tried to find a man up ice, but eventually Northwest Catholic were there, and they'll take it the other way. They come through Wickerson. Northwest trying to fire in a shot. They can't get it on net, though. Cardinals going to look for it at the point. Northwest Catholic player loses it in his skates. Nick Petch sends him down. Dolan looking for it. And eventually, going to get moved around. Northwest Catholic taking it in. Northwest trying to fire in a shot. Glove save is made by R.J. Cormier. Big save from R.J. Had a stout first period. Looking for the shutout tonight is Mr. RJ. Again, first time starting for this Varsity A crew, getting a starting nod. He has played Varsity A before, let me tell you that. But first time ever getting the start. He is looking good thus far. Burns looking for it. Northwest Catholic trying to make a play. Zachary Buffoni using the body. Russ will try to just work it out of his own end, but Northwest Catholic are there to take it. Not before Nick Burns will get it now. Here's Burns. Nick Burns looking. Burns trying to get going here in this second. Very effective first period. The Moose for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Russ to Monroe, and that Monroe shot gets stuck up in the glass and deflects out of play. Second period. Western again. Rink 1, that's usually our home dome. I mean, got a nice press box, got a bit of a warmer seat in most cases, but tonight we are braving the frigid temperatures here in Rink 2. We're working it out. Not that cold. I mean we've certainly done things colder than this, but let me tell you, a little more chilly than what we're used to as the Cardinals will try to work it around. Troy tried to get there. Orzelak will take it in now. Here's Joe. Orzelak trying to make a play. He finds a man. Cardinals try to fire on a shot there, but eventually there's supposed to be a cover-up with a pad. Northwest Catholic will try to work it out, but not before Zachary Buffoni is there to take it in. Max Monroe has it now. Monroe looking up ice. Cardinals just trying to go tape to tape with it, but eventually they run out of real estate there a bit. Orzelak still trying to get going now, but eventually the Cards will keep trying to get going. 2-0 lead, 14:30 to go in this second period. Right now, from everything we've seen thus far through the MIAA, looks like it's going to be St. John's Prep and Pope Francis as the two heavyweights in Division I. So they could very well both be fighting it out for it in the championship at the Garden. But we still have a long ways to go before we hit that point. When we do, it's going to be a lot of fun. Monroe will try to fire in a shot here. This is still very much fun, but let me tell you, the fun really picks up at that point. McGrath trying to fire in a shot. Eventually it'll head back. Mas Carney trying to make a play. Mosho runs out of space. He'll try to use the body, though, to no avail. Northwest Catholic have it. They'll dump it in to the Cardinal zone, and deep they do, trying to get fresh legs onto the ice, but the forecheck isn't enough as Max Monroe will get it now. Monroe back to his partner, Buffoni. Zig looking up ice, trying to find a bank pass to Moss. Mosho trying to get going. Mo loses it, though. Northwest Catholic try to work it up ice. Tape to tape puck movement from the team in green as Max Monroe will just try to work it in. Cardinals offsides. They'll get back into legal formation, to say the very least. Mas Carney tried to get there. Northwest Catholic taking it behind their net. Again, a reminder, folks, to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest unique content anywhere on the high school sports scene. So no matter where you are and however you may be listening tonight, we thank you for tuning in. Lots of fun on Pope Prep with the Redbirds up 2-0. Icing called here. It'll be a face-off coming in the Northwest Catholic zone. Telling you, saying Northwest Catholic over and over again is giving me a little bit of a tongue twister job tonight. Face-off coming in. Petrin line on the ice. Draw one back cleanly from Petch. Cardinals looking around now, trying to create any type of space they can with Petey, but he eventually loses it. Northwest Catholic quickly trying to take it the other way. Nice puck movement from them. Cardinals running out of space, though. Dolan looking around. Ooh, he gets wiped out. Wipe out all over the ice right now. I mean, these two teams tonight, although it's 2-0 Cardinals, these two teams have been hitting hard. These two teams have been wanting to do something good on the forecheck and back check as the Cardinals will try to fire in a shot. Still up for grabs. So hard to see with the netting in our way, but it'll nonetheless be a save for Northwest Catholic. They cover up with 12:33 to go in the second period. Tonight, boys basketball is taking on Minnechaug over at the Pope Francis Gym, and suspecting that this game is running late, I believe that game has officially gone final at this point. I mean, 9:03, you'd have to think. Face-off coming in, left dot. Nick Petch will take the draw. Petch trying to get there, trying to make the play. PD will try to help out as the Redbirds will try to get back there with Mason Thayer. Thayer looking up ice. Liam Dolan. Dolan trying to maybe center one out in front here. Northwest Catholic will have to make the save as PD was looking for the rebound. He was ready for it, but Northwest Catholic covered up. Cardinals will get a fresh set of legs onto the ice, and the Nick Burns line will head back out. Face off coming in from Mateo. Wins it back cleanly to Russ, trying to fire in a shot. But the save was made by Northwest. And they'll get a fresh set of legs onto the ice. So it'll be another face-off. Bit of repeated motion for both teams. Gotta love the performance tonight from the Pope netminder, R.J. Cormier. Having a great night. Made all the saves he's had to make. Some tough ones, too, and some difficult angles. But R.J. Cormier has been up to the task. Cardinals trying to get there, trying to make the play. Into this Northwest Catholic trying to take it the other way. Russ trying to get back as fast as he can. Northwest Catholic trying to fire on a shot. I think R.J. may have gotten a piece on it, and it's going to head back the other way. Defensive breakdown there from Pope Francis. Lachey and Mason Gautreau as Mateo will try to get going. Mateo looking. Shea trying to make a play here. That'll deflect out of play with 11:48 to go in the second. So RJ making the saves. Cardinals making the plays up 2. Always difficult for the visitors to come into this territory in this type of tournament on this scene and play this type of team. That's the challenge they signed up for when they chose to partake in the tournament, as the Cardinals have it now. Looking around. Troy Hamlin trying to get there. Zachary Buffoni will do some helping with the point as Orzelak will work it in. Joe has got it. He'll try to fire in a shot. Deflects to the left. Max Monroe trying to get there. Monroe making the play for Pope. Monroe back around to the point. To Hamlin it goes. There's Troy working it in. He tried to get it back, too. It goes to the point instead here. It's Zachary Buffoni wheeling around with it. Ziggy trying to fire a shot from the point, and eventually deflects and goes behind the net. Cardinals still trying to get there. I believe that is Orzelak down low, just trying to use his body and trying to evade defenders as Cardinals have it with Orzelak. Here's Joe. Troy trying to get there as well. Collisions all over the ice tonight. Again, both teams sending a message, a physical type of hockey game. I mean, we saw the Fairfield Prep Hendricken game. That was physical, to say the very least. Lots of penalties from both sides. It's not one penalty tonight from either side in this game. But still, nonetheless, physical and chippy. I mean, leading the way tonight for the physical and chippiness was Nick Burns with that hit that actually went through the glass. I hope we got that one on tape. I didn't really get to see it. Hamlin will try to get there as well. That is going to be a penalty. I get it. I jinxed the Cardinals. What did I just say? Penalty is going to be coming in on Pope. Northwest Catholic will get an extra attacker onto the ice. Cardinals now will just have to touch the puck. Power play coming in for Northwest Catholic, and they have an opportunity to jump back in this game as Troy will be the one to sit. It's going to be a trip and a power play coming in for the visitors. Penalty killing unit. Efficient, to say the very least, this year. Nick Petch, Jake Jarrell, Dylan Shea, Petrin, the first unit coming out here, trying to have another successful penalty kill. Petch will take the draw for Pope. PD on the wing. Draw one cleanly back to Shea. Shea will work it up to Petch and will get taken into the Northwest Catholic zone. PD will try to bring a little presence, but he gets wiped off his skates and sent down to the ice. As he'll take it back now. He'll just dump it in. He'll stay on the ice and look for Petch. Petch looking for it behind the net. He'll try to use the body. Northwest Catholic taking it the other way now. Trying to get something going in on Dylan Shea. Jarrell trying to use the stick. He does. Northwest still trying to get going. Trying to fire in a shot. That one goes to the right of the net. Jarrell looking for a big hit. He gets it there. Ref going to have a little bit of a word with those two, making sure nothing gets out of line there. Shea dumping into a corner again, and Jarnsey is there. Jake Jarrell with the shake and the bake, as Jarrell has it here. Here's Jake, just trying to work it up ice, trying to find a man in Petrin. PD tried to get there, but it went over his stick. Took a leapfrog over it, as Northwest Catholic will get it back. Fresh legs coming onto the ice, and specifically it's Mateo and Bryce Russ. Shea has to get back now. Jarrell was caught pinching in. Cardinals trying to get a save. They do. It's a big one from R.J. Cormier. That one was huge from R.J. I mean, there was an opportunity that just came in out of nowhere for Northwest Catholic, and nonetheless, it's another big save from R.J. R.J. having himself a night. First time ever getting a varsity start tonight. R.J. playing great, and he's going to get a stick tap from his teammates. Love the way he's playing. Jarrell got caught and a bit of something there. He got right around center ice. You got to stop it sure on the play, as an official's going to have a word with the Northwest Catholic coach. Mateo trying to take it the other way now. Nice play from him. Mateo, the sophomore, looking around, trying to fire on a shot. That one heads to the right of the net. He'll pick it up, though, and still try to get going. Bryce Russ trying to make a play here. Mateo's actually going to stay on the ice. He won't come off. Power play time, 30 seconds for Northwest Catholic. Russ, look out here. RJ's got to make a save. Russ, I mean, he was trying to have a little playmaking ability, but the playmaking was stopped quick because he was right in front of RJ, so that was just a little bit dangerous there, but nonetheless, it's a 2-0 game. On the ice for Pope, it's going to be Ziggy, Jarrell, Petch, and Petey. So really the number one penalty-killing unit coming out here trying to close it out. With 24 seconds of power play time left for Northwest Catholic. Ziggy and a Northwest Catholic player in a bit of a battle for it there. Petey looking for it, goes back to Zachary Buffoni with wheels. Look out! He lost it. RJ's got to make another big save. He does. Ziggy lost an edge there. He got taken down. Ziggy will try to provide a presence in front of the net. He's trying to center one out in front there with Northwest Catholic. They will get the clear. 5 seconds of power play time to go. RJ Cormier with a huge saves. That gets the crowd going, too. Crowd is into it tonight for RJ. Northwest Catholic trying to get something going. It's back to 5-on-5 even Steven. And look out here. Cardinals have an opportunity. Dolan trying to pick his target, but eventually it's a save made by Northwest. Cardinals still trying to get there, and Northwest Catholic will just hold it in and use the backhand and try to catch the Cardinals in the snooze, but RJ Cormier will hold it like bread and butter and make the save. 7:48 to go in the second. 2 from the Cardinals in the first. And a clean scoring sheet here in the second. Other than the Hamlin penalty. Face-off coming in. Matty Regan trying to make the play. McGrath looking up ice, tried to make a play. Northwest Catholic trying to fire on a deflection, but eventually heads behind the net, and we got a net dislodged. The Northwest Catholic, I'm not sure what's going on here. I think the net was just dislodged. I don't know if they're going to call something here. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, see the player gliding back. I don't know if it's just, yeah, okay. Play's just going to roll on. I saw the referee put a hand up in the air. It must have just been where the faceoff was going to go. No penalty called. 5-on-5 still. Matt Reagan trying to make a play. 7:25 to go in the second period. Jarnsey will take it in. Jake Jarrell. He's going to get it back here. Jarrell looking up ice, trying to find a man. Moss Carney. Mosho looking for McGrath. McGrath got too many green bodies in the way, and before we can do anything else, we have a whistle here. If he was offside, called. 7:07 to go here in the second period. Cardinals try to make a play back in their own end. Second period coming to a close soon as Cardinals will look for it. It's Hamlin coming back onto the ice for the first time since the penalty. Bridge try to get there. Orzelak's going to take it in, not for long though, as Monroe will move it around. Orzi looking up ice. Here come the Cardinals trying to make a play. Orzelak trying to use the body a bit. It'll head back down the ice. Monroe trying to get there with the swipe. He does. He has been stellar for the Cardinals on the back ends. Max Monroe has been quite the player for Pope Francis. I mean, first year on the varsity squad, first year at Pope. He has been highly effective with Zachary Buffoni as the pair. Ziggy blocks a shot here. Northwest Catholic still trying to get going. Thunderous hit. It's going around the ice here. Zachary Buffoni just trying to clear it out. Orzelak will try to get there as well. But Northwest Catholic in a hole. And it's been a hitting show thus far, but they've got to start putting more pucks on the net. R.J. Cormier, nonetheless, though, has been up to the task. Max Monroe has it. Monroe up to Mateo. There's Mateo with the shake and bake. Quick stick handles from Mateo. Mateo gets taken down, and Northwest will try to take it the other way. Cardinals trying to get back here, and Zachary Buffoni was there to block the shot. Northwest still trying to get going. Nick Burns trying to get there, too. Ziggy has it. Back to Burns. Burns trying to lob it up the boards when Northwest were just keeping it at the point. Cardinals still trying to get there, trying to make the play here. Northwest taking it back, and around they go, trying to fire the shot. R.J. Cormier will deflect it out with a stick. Ziggy going in for the hit, not even focusing on the puck. Oh, he got taken down. No call here. Bryce Russ will try to bring a hit back here as the Cardinals will try to get there, trying to make a play. Max Monroe. Nick Burns has it. Burns, it's going to be a penalty called here on Northwest Catholic. RJ's coming out of the net. Power play coming up here for Pope as Bryce Russ will get there for Pope Francis. He'll move it back to Petch. Nick Petch, extra attacker on the ice, is Petrin as Russ will try to get there. Finally, we get a touch from Northwest Catholic. Power play coming in. First one of the night for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Already up 2-0, trying to make it a 3-0 game. Burns, stick. We saw the slash from up here. Power play for the Redbirds. Trying to make it a three-burger tonight for Pope. Nick Petch, Jake Jarrell, Jake Petrin. Moss Carney. Zachary Buffoni all on the ice. Petey trying to get there, moving it back and around. Zach has it here. Zach is going to shovel it over to Jarrell. Jarrell firing a shot here to flex high. Moss Carney taking it in. Moss back to Zachary Buffoni it goes. Ziggy over to Jarrell. Here's Jarnsey. Jarnsey to Ziggy. Ziggy blister. He scores! Zachary Buffoni puts it in. It's 3-0 for Pope Francis. All three senior captains have put it in for Pope. And just like that, it is a 3-0 lead for Pope Francis. A power play goal nonetheless. 4:29 to go in the second period. Huge goal from Pope Francis. It's 1-2-3-0 for Pope. Zachary Buffoni getting it done for the Cardinals. 3-0 lead. And for Zig, big goal for him. Cardinal fans getting into this one now. It is 3-0. Goals tonight from Ziggy Buffoni, Jake Jarrell, and Jake Petrin. A senior showcase tonight for Pope. Wegerson taking it back here. Wade moving it around. Shea. Dylan up to Petey. There's Jake Petrin. Petrin up to Petch. Petch trying to center one out in front. Dolan will take it in and move it over to Petch again. 4:13 to go in the second period. Liam Dolan trying to make a play. Zachary Buffoni will try to help out. Cardinals holding it in nicely. Back to the point to Weggers and it goes. Here's Wade. Wade trying to work it around. Eventually Northwest Catholic will get back under it. 3 goals tonight from 3 different seniors. All 3 captains getting on the score sheet tonight, with Petrin and Jarrell in the first period and Zachary Buffoni in the second. Dylan Shea taking it here for Pope. Shea back, Liam Dolan. Dolan up to Petey. Here's Jake Petrin making a play. He gets taken down. Fans want a call. They're not going to get one, as Dylan Shea will take it in here. Before we can do anything else, we got a whistle here on the ice. We'll have a face-off in the Northwest Catholic zone. With 3:17 to go in this second period, and coming up, we got the second intermission report. We'll bring it down for you here live coming up. Breakdown we saw in these first 2 periods. Look forward to our Saturday special 2 games tomorrow on Pope Prep. Mike McGrath has it. McGrath back to the point, dropping it for Thayer. Thayer trying to fire a blister from the point, but eventually it goes to the right of the net. Cardinals, Jarrell trying to get there. So is Mike McGrath Where's the Northwest Catholic player like a backpack? As McGrath has it now. He gets taken down. That could have obviously been a trip. No call there. Cardinals still going for it. Jarrell has it. There's Jarnsey. Jake Jarrell trying to steer clear of Northwest Catholic defenders. Northwest Catholic. Jeepers creeps. That is a tongue twister and a half, let me tell you. And the voice of the Cardinals is getting a work out of his voice tonight. McGrath. Up ice. He's got it. 2:28 to go in the period. McGrath. Looking for any type of help he can get. Northwest is going to try to fire a puck down the ice. No avail. For them, it's going to be an icing called with 2:21 to go in the second period. Face-off coming in for Pope. Let me tell you, would it be something they could somehow, some way, get back-to-back state championships? Certainly on the table for this group. This late stages of January, early February, the Cardinals have turned it on. Finally found their gel. Got together, got the championship pride back. I mean, there were some ugly type of losses. I mean, Franklin Panthers, that was the first one, up 4-2 heading into the third. And Franklin were able to come all the way back and win it 5-4. That was pretty bad, but these Cardinals have found a way back from that. Thus far, 3-0 for Pope. Monroe trying to fire in a shot, and the save is going to be made here from Northwest Catholic. For Northwest tonight, everything they've put on RJ just hasn't been enough. Face-off coming in here for Pope before we can do anything else. Get some fresh legs. Northwest Catholic. Russ trying to fire in a shot. Save made here from Northwest. 1:34 to go in the period. And a good one nonetheless for Pope Francis. Really commanded play. Well, it doesn't really show it on the scoreboard. I mean, 3-0 is a lead in itself. Only one goal in the second, but Cardinals really controlled the presence of play, led by their netminder, R.J. Cormier. Russ trying to fire in a shot. Heads to the left of that. Burns trying to stuff one home, and eventually he couldn't. Cardinals still try to get going here. Russ stopping on a dime. Trying to get a back check up now. Russ tried to get there, tried to make the play. Mateo as well. And Northwest are going to take it the other way. Not before it's a big hit again from Nick Burns. He has been out to hit tonight as Russ gets sent down. Wegerson trying to fire on a shot, and a blocker save was made by Northwest Catholic. 48 seconds to go in the period. Winding it down tonight. Russ using the body, finds Wegerson. There's Wade, backhanded up to Dolan. There's Liam, just going to be an icing called. With, let's see how much time on the clock. 34 seconds, says the clock. And 34 more seconds to go in the second period. Crowd's starting to find their groove. I mean, the two Cardinals that have stirred up the pot here tonight at the Olympia Ice Center, RJ and Burns. Face-off coming in. Liam Dolan looking for him. The Northwest will try to fire in a shot here. That one heads to the left of the net. Cardinals still trying to get going. It's Petch. Nick Petch looking up ice. Petey trying to use the body a little bit. And Northwest Catholic will just take it back into their own end. Petch has it now. Final seconds of the period. Petch trying to fire in a shot. He scores! Top shelf. It's Nick Petch putting it in. Last second heroics from Petch. It's 4-0 for Pope Francis. It is Nick Petch, the jubilant junior, getting it done for Pope Francis. 4-0, the lead for the Redbirds. With 12 seconds to go in the period, it is a commanding effort tonight from the Cardinals. Nick Petch will take the draw again, staying on the ice. PD trying to get one last opportunity at something here. But that is officially going to do it, folks. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. One more opportunity maybe. Northwest Catholic will shove it out. And that's it. Second period comes to a close. It's a 4-0 lead for Pope Francis. This crowd is into it. They have every right to be too. 4-0 lead. Cardinals head into the intermission with smiles on their faces, and so do the fans. Coming up, we've got the second intermission report. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Fun. Very fun. Second period on Pope Prep Productions, the YouTube page. Coming up, second intermission. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second intermission report happening now. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, with you. You got to love the effort from the Cardinals tonight. Although it's not really showing on the scoreboard. I mean, 3-0. It's been just a outright thrashing, to say the very least. But could be worse on the scoreboard. But nonetheless, 3-0. The hitting tonight has been impeccable. I mean, it has just been a great performance from these guys. As we got an issue here. I'm not sure what's going on, but here's what the Zamboni's having a hard time getting going. Not necessarily sure what's happening, but we're going to have to figure that one out. It's a big-time snow pile just been put on the ice. But nonetheless, it was a great second period from Pope Francis. Just the kind of action they really needed, as the Cards were all over Northwest Catholic in that second period. But nonetheless, it's intermission, and it is quieted down. Fans have really just went outside of the rink and just gotten their breaths in and getting fresh legs as well. Again, I think there's a Zamboni issue on the ice. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. There's a big snow pile on the ice, but I'm sure they'll figure it out here quickly. They'll get going. Yes, that's quieted down. Things have just a little bit. Well, the Pope section outside right now getting their water, getting a quick break in as well, but it's 4-0. I keep saying 3. I'm forgetting the Petch goal. Excuse me. It happened late in that first period, or the second period, and Petch put it in. I mean, top shelf. It was a shake and bake and a half. Petch going top. I think it was top right glove side. I mean, that's a nice goal for him. Ziggy from the point, Jarrell from the point, and then Petrin got the assist from Jarrell. So Jarrell and Petey both assisted each other in that opening period. But nonetheless, it's a 4-0 game coming up. We continue the second intermission report by looking forward to tomorrow, exclusively on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of an extended intermission report. The Zamboni having a hard time getting going tonight here in the second period, or second intermission, rather. So I don't know what's going on, but it's a big snow pile over here right near us, and Zamboni not having a good night. So we'll cover the rest for you up here. I mean, that first and second period just right on cue for these Cardinals. They did everything they had to do in order to take care of business, and it appears that if this result were to hold and they were able to have a nice third period like they had in the first two periods, they're going to be playing tomorrow at 12:30. So 12:30 and 3:30 games tomorrow for us here on Pope Prep. So we will be live with both of them for you as well. So coming up, we've got the third period. It might be a little bit extended. We'll see what they're going to do. They got to bring out the shovel here just to get the snow off the ice. Because the Zamboni just, I think it broke down. I'm not sure what happened. I think we just continue play in that case, but and again, we will see. Coming up, it's the third period. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Division I state champions, the defending and reigning state champions, will take the ice for the third period. Coming up shortly on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to begin the third period here tonight. It is a 4-0 lead for the Pope Francis Cardinals. And let me tell you, they have applied pressure all night long on both ends of the ice. And right now for Northwest Catholic, they are going to need a goal fast to just try to even get back in this one, down 4. R.J. Cormier, first time starting a Varsity A game. If he can stay perfect for 17 more minutes, he'll have a shutout. That would be a highlight in the high school career of R.J. Jake Jarrell looking for a shake and bake, trying to fire it in, trying to center one out in front to start the period to Burns, but eventually he couldn't put it in. Jarrell still trying to get going. And then eventually now, it'll be the team in green trying to get going before Burns uses the body. Crowd was getting excited to see Burns try to use his body, try to get the hit on, but eventually he couldn't. Cardinals will try to get back there now. Mateo looking forward. He gets some slam time into the glass. Russ trying to set one out in front of Burns. Goes back to Jarrell. Jarrell trying to fire on a shot here. Deflected around. Russ trying to fire on a shot. Save made by Northwest, but the puck is still loose. Burns trying to get back up and try to make a play here. Mateo will take it back for Pope. He'll use the boards and bank it up to Jake Jarrell. Here's Jarnsey all by himself. Looking around. Shake and bake from Jake. And Jake eventually just did one out of space there. Cardinals still trying to get going now. Goes back to the point. Here's Zachary Buffoni. Ziggy has it back in his own end. Flips it up. Jarrell just trying to move it forward somehow, some way. Orzelak trying to get there. Here's Joe. Joe leaving it off. Troy trying to center one out in front. Cardinals were looking for it, but nonetheless, they don't cash in. Cardinals trying to get back on the defensive side now. Trying to make a play. Trying to make a save here is R.J. Cormier. He does. Cardinals taking it the other way. Orzelak has it. Here's Joe. Big Joe looking in, trying to fire on a shot. Shot blocked by Northwest Catholic. Orzelak tried to center it out in front still. Hamlin tried to get in there. Couldn't make the play. Zachary Buffoni trying to get in the back ends now. He does. Ziggy tape to tape pass to Troy. Troy uses the boards. He dumps it in, and Northwest Catholic will try to take it back. Northwest. It is officially go time for them. They've got to put shots on net as Petrin fires a shot over the net. Slap shot. It was a blister, too. Petch has it now. Moving it up, Dolan. There's Liam Dolan trying to work it around. He tried to find Petey, but he couldn't. And Northwest Catholic will try to get something going, but the insurance policy of Shea and Buffoni gets back there. And Shea has it now. Moving it up. Dolan in his skates. He loses it. Cardinals still trying to get there. It's Petrin. Jake Petrin trying to slam it off the glass. He does. Thundering down there to get it is Petch. Petch trying to make a play somehow, some way. And so is Petey. Petrin tried to look forward. Shea trying to get there too. And will eventually again head back down the ice, and Wade Wegerson is going to take it in now. Here's Wegs, the big Wegs looking over. He's got Shea. Shea over to Petrin. Petrin to Petch. Petch just poking it forward, looking around, using his body, just going to leave it off for Dolan. Here's Liam Dolan. Dolan looking forward in his skates and eventually runs out of real estate, and now the Cardinals will have to get back. Shea will just dump it in to the Northwest zone. Well, could it be an icing? No, icing waved off. Northwest with 14 minutes on the clock. Their offense has to get going. Their judgment day is now as McGrath has it. Mike McGrath looking, tried to move it to Moss Carney. Couldn't find it, though. Matty Regan will get there as well. Matty the baddie moving it over to Moss Carney. Moss trying to center one out in front to Mike McGrath, but it was for no avail. Northwest Catholic now taking it the other way. They'll move it deep into the Cardinal zone, but the Redbirds are there to promptly make a play with Mike McGrath. Here's Mike showing off the wheels. Mike trying to center it out in front to Moss Carney. Moss having a hard time getting a stick on it. Northwest trying to get some extra members of their team to get back there. Matt Reagan trying to get going. He gets taken down. There's going to be a little bit of a pushing match. Got to watch for the retaliation penalty. Ref is going to get right in the way. And before we can do anything else, again, if you're Matt Reagan, you got to watch out for that retaliation penalty. He'll just head back to the bench. Ref feeling nice. Face off coming in. Burns ties up the draw. Mateo tried to fire on a shot there. He did. Cardinals still looking for it. Mateo tried to center one out in front. Look for someone. Russ will try to fire on a shot again. Mateo. Nick Burns looking. Trying to make any type of play he can. Russ sends a man down. Northwest Catholic taking it the other way nonetheless. Here come the Cardinals. Mateo looking up. Bryce Russ. Russ has got it. Russ going to try to chip it in the other way. Bryce looking for that puck. Trying to make a play. Sends a man down. Zachary Buffoni trying to help out too, using the body. Cardinals banking it around the boards. Orsi tried to get there. Stick got caught up in the air. One hand on the stick. That's not going to fly in Division I high school hockey. Cardinals still trying to get going here. Trying to look around. Orzalak. Joe getting some minutes here in this third period as Monroe feeds it back. Orsi back to the point. Ziggy looking for his second on the night. Save, rebound, another save. My goodness. Northwest Catholic cover it up. Got to give him the props there. Good looks from the Cardinals all the way around. It will remain a 4-0 game with 12:21 to go. So you'd have to think this result's going to hold. And for Pope, it'll be a meeting tomorrow at 12:30 to try and win the Invitational. Petch trying to fire on a shot quickly off the faceoff. It'll be a meeting with Fairfield Prep. They're able to hang on to this one. Certainly looks like they are going to be able to do that. Faceoff coming in for Dolan. William Dolan looking over for Petch. Nick Petch tried to get there, and Zachary Buffoni will have to get back now. As the team in green will try to move it around. Monroe. Here's Maxwell Monroe. Looking. Petrin trying to get there as well. Cardinals still looking to make a play. Zachary Buffoni has it. Zig trying to move it up. Oh, Dolan gets sandwiched down into the ice. Cardinals just trying to clear it out now, and Zachary Buffoni will do just that and do a little bit more. So he's going to try to get up on the attack here. Ziggy fighting as hard as he can and move up the ice. Shot here from Petrin. And it goes over the net, and the Cardinals now will have to get back. Ziggy's got to hustle back there. Speed skater. I mean, a tremendous speed skater he is. I mean, that's really the key attribute of his game. Just the speed all over the ice, can make plays on both ends of the ice. As the Cardinals will look for it now. Shea looking. Petey trying to fire on a shot here, and we'll go to the right of the net. Dolan trying to work it up ice. Petey's going to get there. Petey's going to get a stick on it. No, I think he tried to just a little side swipe at it, but it didn't work out for him. Northwest, they've got to work it up ice. Trying to break the shutout here. They'll fire on a shot. They score. Northwest Catholic got a goal. Putting it in there for Northwest Catholic, Jacob Capiello, the senior, getting it done for them. It's a 4-1 game now with 11:02 to go, so no shutout for R.J. Cormier tonight. Valiant effort on his part. Made saves all over the ice tonight. But right now, it's a 4-1 lead. Cardinals trying to get the 4-goal lead back here. Moss Carney trying to get going, but eventually he lost it, and taking it the other way are the visitors. They'll try to fire it in. R.J. Cormier will make the sliding save. Cardinals trying to lob it up the ice. It'll just be Northwest Catholic, and for them, that's a big goal. Staying alive in this one. 10 minutes of time can feel like an eternity, but for Pope Francis, felt like from the beginning they were going to be able to run away with this one. It's a 4-1 game, and the Cardinals are trying to finish out strong on this Finish Out Strong Friday. Matty Regan has it. Matty the Baddie trying to fire on a shot. It deflects all the way down the ice. And Moss Carney and a player. Here we go. They are throwing shots. Throwing shots on the ice. Moss Carney getting into it. We might have a penalty here. We saw McGrath getting involved, and I think Moss Carney is going to get sent off the ice. Yep. So Moss is going to be on the bad end of that one. It's going to be a power play coming in for Northwest Catholic. I mean, you got to call that a retaliation penalty to say the very least. I mean, what the heck is that? I mean, Moss Carney's visibly frustrated, and they're going to call matching. I thought they were just sending Moss Carney to the box. I was about to say, but it'll just be matching. So 5-on-5 we will remain, and both players will just sit in the box for a specific amount of time. As Mateo has it now. Mateo trying to fire in a shot. Save made. Rebound. He scores! Mateo puts it in, and it's Mateo Mimor to 5-1. The lead for Pope Francis. 5-1. 10:04 to go. There might be your dagger. Mateo puts it in. It is a 5-1 game. Just when Northwest Catholic thought they had life, it was Mateo able to put it in. It is officially 5-1, 10:04 to go. Cardinals are in business. Cardinals have it. Petrin up ice. Here's Jake. Jake trying to lob it up. Petch tried to get there and make a play. Petey will still get going here. Trying to make it 6-1. Petch just for more fun. Petey trying to get his second of the night, but he can't get in there. Goals tonight for Pope Francis scored by the three captains, Petch and Mateo. As the Cardinals will still try to get going. Orzalak trying to fire on a shot. That one heads to the right of the net. Petch has it for Pope. Here's Nick Petch. Petch trying to look for Jarrell. Orzalak trying to get something going as well. And Joe runs out of steam and space. And Northwest Catholic will try to take it the other way. Not before Petrin is there to provide some lumber. Petrin has it. Trying to send one out in front. Orzalak trying to get his stick on that puck. Petch trying to get there as well. Petch in a dog fight for the puck here. Petch gets it. Here's Petch. Petch trying to make any type of play he can. But Northwest Catholic gets in the way. Jarrell. He has it here for Pope. Jarrell trying to do a shake and bake. Jarrell looking for it. Russ to Matty Regan. Matty the baddie looking for it. Matt has it to Zachary Buffoni. Zig trying to send one out in front. Perfect pass from Ziggy. And Nick Burns can't cash in, but Russ cashes in. He scores! Bryce Russ puts it in, and that makes it a 6-1 game. A tremendous pass, and that's going to go underrated on that play. Zachary Buffoni with an incredible pass. He tried to find Burns out in front, couldn't stuff it in, rebound scored it out in front, and right there to put it in was Bryce Russ. Bryce Russ puts it in. It's a 6-1 game for Pope Francis. 7 total on the night. And Northwest Catholic appear to be just about done tonight. Still 8 minutes to go. We'll try to get something going as that puck will deflect out into the Cardinal bench. (6-1) lead. Cardinals now can breathe very easy. Love the way they played after Northwest Catholic got on the board and scored. Burns looking forward. He's got it. Here comes Nick. Nick down the left side. Cardinal fans are going to give him a cheer. Matty Regan trying to fire on a shot. Goes to the right of the net. Burns trying to get going, trying to feed it out to Russ. Burns looking for it. Russ trying to fire a shot. He scores. That's 2 in a minute. That is 2 in a minute for Bryce Russ. This place is going crazy. It is 7-1. This game is getting out of control. Bryce Russ puts it in. That's 2 for him in a minute. 2 for him in a minute. That makes it a 7-1 game in the blink of an eye. Ever since Northwest Catholic scored that goal, I mean, it's 3 goals in about a minute and 30 seconds. The Cardinals, with a third period, they are trouncing Northwest Catholic now. So Bryce Russ is able to put it in again. 2 goals in a minute. Moss Carney is out of the box, so he's back on the bench. Official having a word with Coach Fenton. Having a bit of a stoppage here. Down 7-1 now. They are going to start running the clock. Yep, they will start running the clock. That is official. 7-1, the lead nonetheless. Cardinals trying to look in here, and it's going to be a save made. Cardinals right now, 7 minutes to go in this game. All about over. I mean, it was 4-1. This game was within reason for this team, for Northwest Catholic, it just appears that all hope is lost. 3 goals in 2 minutes. That'll do it to you. And it's a 7-1 game as a result of that. Cardinals now trying to get something going. 6:40 to go tonight. Running clock for the rest of this one as the Cards will try to get there. Mateo will try to make the play. So as of now, we can officially say it. The Cardinals are going to be heading tomorrow. They'll be playing at 12:30, so they will get Fairfield prep. So Fairfield will take on Pope. 12:30 puck drop on that one. We'll be live there. And Marblehead Magicians Cardinals basketball rematch of the state game last year as Petey did a great play there. I mean, a little Ronaldo impression from Mr. Patron. He kicked it to Jarrell, but it was to no avail as the Northwest Catholic defense got in rhythm. But the Cardinals are still cycling up the ice here. Patron gets a stick back. That'll help him. Patron trying to dust it around Northwest Catholic. They'll stop on a dime and try to shake and bake a bit. And Jarrell will look for it down the ice. Shea trying to get there. Dylan Shea trying to make a play, but the cover-up is made by R.J. Cormier. Pope Francis up 7-1. Smiling faces around the audience now. The few Northwest Catholic fans who made the trip out heading for the exits as we speak. Northwest Catholic trying to get a goal just for their sake. 5:19 to go. Petch. Here's Nick. Nick Petch trying to fire in a shot. That one yanks to the left of the net. Cardinals still trying to get going now. Orzelak. Joe Orzelak looking for it. Shea trying to help out. Here's Dylan. Dylan Shea wrapping it around the boards. Petron tried to get there, but he'll have to come off the ice. Orzelak looking for it. Dylan Shea trying to make the play. Dylan trying to get there, trying to set it out in front. And that puck, did it go in? No. Went to the left of the net. Cardinals still trying to get it out of their own zone now. 4:45 to go. Shea looking up ice, trying to find a man in Orzelak. Joe up to Maddie the Batty. Maddie Reagan trying to get going. Loses it again. Bryce Russ with the hit. And Zachary Buffoni will take it back in his own way. This is him. It's Zach. The win of the round. It's Shea. Shea up ice. Perfect tape-to-tape pass, but Russ couldn't hold it in. Maybe too much mustard on it from Dylan. He'll come off. Mason Gautreau will come on. Maddie Reagan will try to get there. Miscommunication there from Northwest Catholic. Matt Reagan trying to take advantage of it. Burns trying to get there, trying to make a play. Russ trying to help out too. Bryce still trying to get going here. Matthew Reagan. Here's Matty the Batty looking around. He got a man. It's Zachary Buffoni. Ziggy has had a tremendous night. One of the goals tonight for Pope Francis. Senior showcase low. 5 of the 7 coming from seniors as Matt gets thrown off the puck. Northwest Catholic taking it the other way. 3:45 to go. Mason Gautreau. Gautreau wrapping it around the boards. Troy Hamlin. Hamlin looking. Troy moving it back to the point. Mason trying to fire in a shot, and a glove save is made by Northwest Catholic. Face-off coming in for Mateo. Trying to move it up here. Cardinals just trying to get a shot on net, maybe. Troy Hamlin trying to get there. Cardinals looking for it. Northwest Catholic trying to take it the other way now. They've got it back in their own net. Nice puck movement here from the visitors. Looking up ice. Jarrell trying to get back there. He does. He closes any type of seam that Northwest Catholic may have had in the defense of Pope. It's going to be no icing here. Cardinals trying to get back, trying to fire on a shot, though. Northwest Catholic, they couldn't stuff it in. Mateo trying to make a play here. Cover up quickly by Cormier, but he lets it go. As the Cards will just try to work it out of their own zone. It's Hamlin. Hamlin using a bank pass, and fresh legs are going to come onto the ice. With 2:24 to go tonight, commanding effort from the Pope Francis Cardinals. Northwest Catholic trying to look for anything they can get now, and Russ will just try to keep going. Here's Bryce Russ. Russ looking for the hat trick. Shot. Save made by Northwest Catholic. Russ still trying to get going here. Russ looking around. Russ back to the point to Wegerson. Wegerson shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Burns looking for it. Burns trying to get a stick on the ice and eventually couldn't get there. Burns getting a little tired. You can see it. He's had a great night for Pope. Wegerson looking over. Orzelak makes the play. Here's Joe. Big play, Joe. Back to the point. Shea. Shea to Wegerson. Way to Wegerson shot. That's a 5-hole save made. As their goalie threw a punch at Burns. I mean, little jab in the head. I mean, that's not fair sportsmanship there, to say the very least. Haven't seen that one in a while. Burns trying to get going around center ice. You can tell he's out of energy. 1:25 to go. 7-1 game. Game just about finished, as it'll be a save here for RJ Cormier. Face-off coming in. 1 minute to go now. Running clock for the rest of this one. I'd like to thank the crew that came here extra early to make sure that the setup was appropriate with Caleb Gilmet and Lucas Cussin. Both of them did a great job. 40 seconds to go tonight. Coming up, we've got the Cardinal postgame. We'll wrap it up for you quick. As Burns coming back onto the ice after the breather, trying to get something going. You can tell they're trying to feed him, trying to get him on the board. 28 seconds to go now. As they're trying to fire on a shot. Zachary Buffoni trying to get there, trying to make a play. 20 seconds to go. Northwest Catholic having a hard time going now. As Pope Francis will hold it in here. Max Monroe. Final gasp here for both sides. Northwest Catholic goes down by a final of 7-1. Pope Francis, a convincing and thrashing of Northwest Catholic. A convincing win, thrashing, everything you want to say about it. Nice team win for the boys tonight. They will be playing tomorrow now at 12:30. That is official. They will be playing 12:30 tomorrow, and they will be taking on Fairfield Prep. So Fairfield Prep versus Pope Francis to decide the Invitational. Great outcome for this group. Just the outcome they wanted to have. So coming up tomorrow, we've got 2 games for you. Pope Francis Cardinal Invitational continues against Fairfield Prep. And then tomorrow we will also have boys basketball senior night, as they will be at home to take on the Marblehead Magicians. For all my great crew with Lucas Cussin and Caleb Gomet, it has been our pleasure to bring you the very best of Pope Francis hockey tonight. And a thrashing 7-1 win. I mean, Pope Francis, tremendous third period, really added insult to injury there at the end with 3 goals in about 2 minutes. And Pope Francis head off the ice with their heads held high, lots of smiles from the fans. 7-1 your final. For all my great crew, this is AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Cardinals, signing off and saying so long from West Springfield and a 7-1 final. Good night from West Springfield.